and AM 1160. You just never know. You never know who you're going to come across in our Orinda broadcasting hallways. And look who I found. Chuck Clark is in the building today. Chuck, how are you?
I'm great, Todd. I thought this was the bank. I guess that's next door, right?
Yeah, that's next door. You're one door down. But while you're here, let us converse. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. So big doings for a high. Every year you get the 50th reunions, the 40th reunions, and those things. And we probably need to highlight the fact that people do still get together. And a big milestone year for you this year, huh?
Well, it's number 50 for the Indiana High class of 1972.
Wow.
And we're putting together a weekend even as I speak. Mm-hmm. So if you were in that class and you know who you are,
we hope you still do.
Listen up, because we have some information that I'm sure you are going to be interested in. We're going to get together the weekend of July the 9th, and we're going to start out with a meet and greet on the Friday night, July 8th, at Levity Brewing from 7 until 9 o'clock. We've reserved the upper loft for that event. And then we're not sure if this is going to happen or not, but we're going to try to put together a little golf get-together on that Friday. So if you've gotten your invitation by email or by mail, you can see a thing on there. You can check that. And then the main events will be Saturday, July the 9th at Rustic Lodge. And we're asking that reservations be made by the 1st of June.
Okay.
You can do that.
All right.
So what we're interested in is getting those folks who haven't received an email or haven't received an invitation through the mail. If you're one of those people, you can text your name, your email, and your address and phone number to 724-422-0796, or you can email your information to nmitchell@homercenter.org.
nmitchell
at
homercenter.org.
Yeah.
Cool. So how many people were in the Indiana High class of 72?
I believe there were 347.
That's a big class.
So that was a big class.
347.
347.
And you were one of them.
Yes, I was. They let me partake.
How many people from the class of 72 do you have regular contact with?
Oh, maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's probably the case with most people.
Yeah.
I have regular contact with one from the class of 78. And that's getting more and more sporadic.
Yes, it is.
So the opportunity to get together once more is something else. Now, if you've had 40th and 45th and those sorts of things, 30th,
I believe the 30th was the last one we had.
The 30th. So it's been 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can finally get together again. And I know that oftentimes you're surprised from 1 or 2 people that have been here all along, stayed in the community, and nobody ever knew it.
You're right. You never see them. And they're here every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're here every day.
So do you run into people that you
I do.
graduated with?
Sometimes, yeah.
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 Or they'll run into my wife.
Oh, yeah.
And she'll say, I met some guy that was in your class today.
That happens to me from time to time.
Yeah.
I ran into somebody who's married to a guy I went to school with that I haven't seen in 40-some years.
Yeah.
And I ran into her over at the Indiana Armstrong Builders Association home show.
Right.
So,
a couple of years ago, I came across a little thing here, and probably everybody can do this. Mm-hmm. Take a look at those kids that were in your class, and some of them have famous names, but they're not the famous people.
Oh, I see.
For instance, in the class of 72, we had Jimmy Carter.
Oh, yeah.
And we had Billy Martin.
Uh-huh.
William Penn was in my class.
William Penn.
And so was Rod Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just a few.
We had Jimmy Stewart in ours.
There you go.
Jimmy Stewart was in our class, yeah. And he has a twin sister. Not many people know that about Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy has twin daughters. So.
Yeah. So as you're getting set for this, I'm sure that there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work, people gathering up photos and everything that will be shared. And I know you have some things there. You're on Facebook right now, so if you could just hold it up to
here?
the camera. Yeah, just hold it up.
Well, this is just the class itself.
Long distance, and they can't see it very well. But
from the official Indiana High School yearbook.
Yeah, there you go.
Folks still have one of those.
But you think back to all of those years and things like you were saying, the curriculums are different. You were in a boys' cooking class. That was what it was called?
Senior boys' cooking class.
Senior boys.
It was for senior boys only.
Uh-huh.
and they taught us how to cook different things,
Mm-hmm.
and the only catch was whatever you cooked, you had to eat,
Uh-huh.
because we always had a few wise guys that would really put the Tabasco sauce on or anything.
Oh, yeah.
But if you cooked it, you had to eat it. So that took care of sabotaging any recipes.
What was your big dish?
Well, I'll tell you what, we had a cake contest, and I have a picture here. You had to make a cake look like something,
Uh-huh.
and we made our cake look like a house,
Okay.
and it won first prize.
Let me see that.
So,
yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Got the peaked roof.
Yeah. But there were
Cool.
desserts, and
Yeah.
it was nice because I had this class in the spring. So on a nice day, we'd go out in front of the school and we'd set up charcoal grills,
Yeah.
and we'd
Beautiful.
cook things out there.
Beautiful. And when you held that up, I could see the senior pictures,
Mm-hmm.
the school pictures back then.
Yeah.
They all look the same
They do.
in every yearbook.
Every boy wore a suit and tie,
Yeah.
and
The girls all had the same
Yeah.
hair.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter. You open any yearbook from 1972, they're all going to look the same with those senior pictures. But yeah, so people living all over. This is a reminder to you that whether it's Indiana High class of 72 or whatever class that you're a member of, especially in a milestone year, there's a good chance there's a reunion going on, and people would love to see you.
when you're back there in your senior in school, you're never thinking, oh, 50 years from now, we're going to come back and do this.
Went fast though, didn't it?
Well, it did. Yes, it did. Woo.
You're just amazed, and a lot of that has to do with raising your own kids.
Right.
Because those years really fly by. Yeah. So give again.
One more
contact
time. If
information.
you've not received an invitation and you're a member of the Indiana High Class of 72, we ask that you text your name, your email, your address, and phone number to 724-422-0796, or you can email your information to nmitchell@homercenter.org.
Yeah. Now, of course, people respond. Women who respond and probably should include their maiden
Yes.
name just in case nobody recognizes
Right.
them. So you do that, and I'm sure that there will be a memorial for class members who have passed away. You want to hear about that too?
Yeah, we're going to be putting together something special for that.
Yeah.
So
So even people who are survivors of somebody who has passed away from the class of 72, you want to hear from them too, and certainly be a part of this event. And again, it's where, Chuck?
Well, it's going to be July the 8th. That's a Friday. We're going to have a meet and greet at Levity Brewing from 7 until 9. And then our main event will be the next day, Saturday, July 9th at Rustic Lodge. And reservations are due by June 1st.
Cool. And you're getting in at the Rustic Lodge at just the right time, too.
We are.
because-
Yeah, it's their last season.
Yeah. So changes come, and well, some things remain the same, like Chuck Clark, who looks exactly the same in those pictures as you do today.
A
It's
little
amazing.
less hair.
Well, maybe a little.
You know.
Maybe a little. Chuck, for folks who don't know, since you retired from this biz.
It's almost exactly a year, the last day of April
Oh, yeah?
last year.
What you been up to?
Watching kids.
Yeah.
Watching kids and watching. In fact, I have 3 at home right now
Oh, yeah?
that I'll have to get back to.
Waiting for Granddad to get home?
Yeah. Doing some football and a little bit of basketball, and
We try to drag you back in here as
know.
often as we can, and I know that it's not all that tempting, but we're glad that you're able to come and help us out when we ask you to. We appreciate that a whole lot, and of course you get involved in other things, but this is a really good thing. Who are the organizers along? I don't know if you're one of the organizers or just a spokesperson.
I am. I'm one of the organizers.
Yeah.
Donna Fowler, who was our homecoming queen, she's helping us out. Mike Williams, who had Luxembourg's Jewelers,
Yeah.
is on there. Joe Previtt, also helping us out, and Vicki Moore and Pam Stokes.
Mm-hmm.
And we have one of our classmates down in Florida, I believe. She's doing a lot of stuff on the computer.
Oh, cool.
So
You were valedictorian, right?
I was homeroom secretary.
Oh, okay. Did you have a Hall of Fame for your like the most school spirit, best dressed, all those things?
Yeah, we did.
And
we did.
you probably swept those awards too, huh?
Yeah. Not quite.
He's Chuck Clark, boys and girls. I'm glad you stopped by.
So am I, Todd.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160. Draft choice tonight?
Lineman.
Big who cares?
Yeah, a lineman.
You're saying lineman?
A lineman. Offense
Okay.
or defense.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
One of the big guys with his hands on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chuck. Thanks.
Thanks, Todd.